Zombie on the track.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. And I actually want to, before I go further, just kind of respect, because I understand being amongst giants. You want to make sure you soak up as much energy as possible, but make sure you connect with Senator Bennett and Senator Bennett, and even Superintendent. Denver Public School System, you all are doing a phenomenal work here, and I feel like I'm blessed just to be here. So before I kind of go forward, I want to kind of thank the Aspen Institute for the invitation and all the work that it does across the globe. It's a phenomenal organization. I actually got recruited, and even with this collective collaboration with the Bezos family, BFF, Mr. Mike, real down to earth, giving me something to aspire to, because when me and my lady, we get to a point where we can donate some, instead of services, because we both in the social service field, I can be a philanthropist myself, So thank you for that inspiration. And to each one of you, thank you for being here. Yesterday was a long day, so I respect the fact that you all basically put in a 12-hour shift from 8 to 8. When it's all said and done, you was going hard, sitting attentively, taking notes, and it was real, and I appreciate that. So when it's all said and done, let's dive in. We're going to go to the next one. So here it is. I actually asked thank you to the team, the AV team, the mic runners, Ms. Boone, it's love. Look at your challenge real quick, because I know it's kind of blurry up here. I said, I woke up this morning, I was so anxious, so hyped, oh man, what can go wrong? So I just printed them out, make it work. So let's read together, read along. I challenge you to create awareness, empower your community to take action, address high school dropout rates, engage your peers, share your experiences, introduce new methods of thought about the importance of education, and learn how to take action on the importance of it for all. I need you to do me a favor, though. Whoever has that piece of paper, could you circle it? Whoever has the paper, can you just circle the it? Could you circle the it in that challenge? Circle it, please. Por favor. And then we're going to circle the education. Circle the it. Circle the education. So that last it, importance of it all. Circle that important education. Now, connect the line between the two if you don't mind. Just circle, and then make an extension to connect them, okay? We're going to talk about it in a little bit, right? So a lot of speakers, I actually want to thank the speakers because it's been more of a leadership development for me also. I've been taking notes like crazy. Everybody that came up here been dropping jewels, a lot of nuggets, a lot of wisdom that I can take back home with me, and I appreciate that. Back to Pennsylvania, right? So I want to give a shout out, man. Denver, I said it earlier, you got the senator, the superintendent. You all are doing amazing work. As you can see in the slide, superintendent said he didn't hear my speech. People were stepping all over my speech for the past 2 days, but it's all good. Great minds think alike. It's okay. When it's all said and done, 20% in the past 5 years, you all have increased. 20%. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. Right? So when I was invited and I got the phone call, it was like, Jamiel, something that you're passionate about, I said, what? Education is my thing, I dropped out, but it's my thing. I've learned and lived along the way. But how is, Denver's doing everything it needs to do. But I started thinking, going forward, start talking about that on time, who's graduating on time. Because I went and I completed and I did finish. So Brother Chris did something yesterday that I want to kind of bring it back. Can I get all the seniors? Class of 2014, where are you? Could you just stand for a second? Class of 2014. Beautiful. All right. Can we all give them one heartbeat? One heartbeat. Boom, boom. Thank you for the love. Let's get the juniors. Ready? Come on, juniors. Where you at? Where you at? Juniors? Yeah. All right. What's that? Class of 2015? All right. One heartbeat. We give everybody love. Sophomores, come on, give it to them. Class of 2016, one heartbeat. Last but not least, the freshmen. Where are you? Freshmen. All right? Yeah. One heartbeat. One heartbeat. I can't boom like I want to. I apologize for the mic. I apologize. So when it's all said and done, it's sad to say, but numbers don't lie. Yes, sir. 2019 middle. That's right. They said it earlier. Can you stand up, young lady? Give her some love. What's your name? One more again. Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. You all are ahead of the crowd. Sydney, as in Australia. Okay. Sydney. Thank you. Because when it's all said and done, you all are ahead of the crowd. When I was in high school, no one trust and believe I would not be here. You know, and there was different circumstances that happened in my life. I'm going to throw a little bit of me in there to kind of, but I want y'all to think. The graduation rate right now is 58.8 when you look as far as the DPS. Same website. Excellent. That's good. What about that other 40% though? I was a part of that 40%. What about your brothers and sisters that's not sitting here with you and even amongst yourself? Look to the right and to the left. It might be some people that might not make it, and it might be different circumstances, ladies and gentlemen. People don't drop out because they want to. Sometimes they have to. They have to, whether it be to take care of family, whether it be to take care of your young one or, my lady, she's Boricua. Hispanics, and I've learned, this is what she went through, you work before you go to school. She actually had to work, but that's her story. I'm going to talk a little bit about me. I'll talk because I live it, right? So long story short, when we talk about the national, Denver is doing good. We talk about national, so it's 40%, right? When we talk about national, peep game. You got 6.7 million disconnected youth, and within that 6.7 million, 1 out of 5 people will graduate. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm going ahead of myself. This is why I need notes, because I get so excited. So out of those 5, 1 person will graduate. For every 3 ladies that graduate, fellas, only 1 of us will. Shout out to the ladies. They hold it down. They've been in the social fields for a while. But the MC, he made, and it's crazy because I noticed this too. The brothers were standing up today, and I appreciate that. You all were being engaged, being active, so I respect that from the gate, right? So look, let's talk about it. So, I dropped out, came back, completed. I was a part of that 63% that completed. Continued my education still to this day. Long story short, I was disconnected. I reconnected through a program called Youth Build AmeriCorps. Served there 12 years. And I want to kind of pause for a second because it taught me how to be a family, a lot of leadership development. And it's because I'm here there and to kind of show how real it is. My brother, X, can you stand up real quick? Just wave. He here with his daughter. When it's all said and done, we both completed a program in different states, different areas, 273 programs. He's the president of the post-secondary initiative. I'm the president of the National Alumni Council, trying to get alumni engaged. So we still serve. AmeriCorps empowered us. I was forced to do community service. Heard about the opportunity at Youth Build, and it changed my life. Service is who I am and what I do, right? So with that, 12 years later, you can read the bio, thank you. 12 years later, I was asked last year to speak at the 50th anniversary. Now, I need y'all to understand something. Talking about a dropout, dysfunctional family, whatever circumstance. And to be honest, I'm going to own this. I made some bad decisions. So when I got an invitation to participate and be a part of the 50th, because, I do rallies, I do marches, really trying to educate and empower. And I was ecstatic, like, oh, my Lord, this is real. Can my wife and my kids come? Oh, bring them, because mind you, I just got married in March. Mi amor, I just got married. So I'm on until 2013. She's not here, but I love her. 2013, got married, got this invitation, like, oh, I'm on cloud 9, like, ooh, I get to go down here and be a part of this, hundreds of thousands of people. And then, long story short, they did some research on me. They asked me to speak. I said, oh, what am I going to say? Like, who am I? We have this thing called ownership where I really just had to start reflecting, like, who am I? Like, who am I? Right? So when we were down there, I tried to represent, I tried. I did the best that I could, but I understand. But it wasn't about me. It was about that 6.7 million disconnected youth that didn't have an opportunity, that didn't see light, that dropped out of school, low income, that may not be here with you. I was speaking on behalf of them. And I said this earlier, but it was more so kind of past tense, but I still work with them. I still engage. Still try to get them engaged. So when it was all said and done, it was cool. Y'all got to understand something. I'm not a podium speaker and I'm going to be real with you. I get nervous. I start moving around, but it is who I am. To love me is love me. It's all good. So, but the thing about it is, so before I went up there, I came up there, so the brother was telling me, he said, yo, you got to stay still. You got to stay at the mic. You got to stay at the podium. So I'm shaking. So I get to the podium. I'm shaking so bad. My hands are sweating. Like, it's crazy. It's hot outside. I'm sweating. I had to grab onto it. So people were like, well, why are you holding onto the podium like that when you're there? And it wasn't about me just standing my ground. I was shaking so bad that I had to be still. I had to ground myself. I let it out, and my knees buckled. It's over with. It was over. And then after that, me thinking that it's over, as the march proceeded on, did a little couple chants. I know I did it yesterday, but this is who I am. As far as my culture is concerned, call and response is a tribal thing. Whether you're in a club, like when I say Denver, you say rocks. Y'all rock. You can own it. When I say Denver, you say rocks. Denver. Rocks. Yes, you do. So when it was all said and done, it was beautiful. But then the march started. I want y'all to understand. Tell me, you see that picture? Give me two people. Who do you see? You can't see, so let me help you out. So you got Dr. King III and Reverend Sharpton in the middle. You have you have his wife, all his family. You have the parent, rest in peace, Trayvon's parents, and there's hundreds of thousands of people, right? But peep this though. I want y'all to look at the brothers and the sisters with the neon vests on. Right? They were standing in the back. So as the march proceeded, I started realizing, I came up to the side. Service is who I am. Everybody's agitated. You got the one brother from the Mr. Jealous from the NAACP. He's wiping himself. He's tapping himself, wiping himself. It's hot out there. People are standing around. It got so crazy because the march couldn't go back because the Lincoln Memorial. So what happened was people started congregating around it. So you couldn't even march because everybody was at the standstill. We supposed to be marching. Everybody at a standstill. So as I came around, I'm starting to peep what's going on. I'm going somewhere with this. I became aware of what was going on. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, why are we standing here? Why are we standing here? So I asked the brothers in the yellow vest, start empowering my community, create awareness, start empowering my community. Yo, when it's all said and done, the horses was kicking people to the side. I love horses, but they was trampling people. And it got so crazy where, as their bows began to move, that's the only time when, the dignitaries, they say, yo, these horses got to go somewhere. And then the cops came, You got to understand something, too. I was a dude that was, the system is holding me down. That was me, the system. But the crazy thing is cops are to protect and serve. So when they got to the front, they was more so doing like this, pushing people. They spaced, they pushing people. But then what I said was, you know what, brothers, I went to them. I said, why y'all in the back? Y'all see what's going on in the front? You got our dignitary, they trying to march, but it's too much chaos going on. There's too much going on. So the Qs, it was a brother with a purple hat. He was a Q because it was some fraternities and sororities volunteering. I asked him, right? I said, come here. Please and thank you. You can kill him with kindness. Please and thank you. Ask the people to move. They became barricades. So you had one person here. Can I use you for a second? Lady, please. And can I get you, brother? All right? Can I get you real quick? Come on, lady. Come on, brother. You got it. Come on, lady. Real quick, please. With sugar on top? No, I'm good. I just need to demonstrate real quick. So y'all two lock arms, right? Turn this way. Y'all two lock arms. Turn this way, right? Face them, please, with sugar on top. Appreciate that. So this is what happened. So I told the Qs and the fraternities, I'm like, look, just tell them please and thank you. Ask them to move. Just ask them to move. Became aware. Try to empower them much as I could through my experiences that I've had over the past 12 years, because when it's all said and done, they've been doing it. They paved the way. The superstars like the senator that you all see here, so I respect that, because when you get there, you want to be amongst that and you want to pay homage. Stay humble, stay focused. So it became to a point where they started walking real smooth. Thank y'all. I wanted to demonstrate. And then it got so real, thank you. 1 heartbeat. It got so real for me that I had to pause for a second. I had to pause, like, yo, I got to get a selfie, because what happened was, excuse me, I had to. It was real because I didn't realize what I was doing at that particular time, and this is what really made it key for me. Reverend Sharpton was talking to his assistant, and it was so crazy. And then, by then, Nancy Pelosi is there, John Lewis is there, Jesse Jackson is there. So it was so real. So I had to just stop. My superheroes that I've actually read about as far as serving, Dr. King, like, it was so crazy. So I paused for a second. I had to selfie it. Like, yo, I need to capture this. I need to capture it. But then I want to go back. So how does this make sense, Mel? How does this make sense? You got all these people that paved the way, this and that. Reverend Sharpton said, you know what? He made sure his assistant came behind the banner. He said, let him lead. And I heard that, I almost cried, but I had to stay focused because nobody really knew who I was, this high school dropout. And it got real for me. So I had to pause for a second. And so I want to bring it back. I'm trying to go forward. Who's counting? You all are here. High school dropout, right? Who's counting? We lose some, but who's counting? Very sarcastic. This was in the Washington Post. Very sarcastic. You lose some, you gain some. But then it's crazy. Yaz inspired me so crazy yesterday. What did she say? That moral imagination. Why can't we imagine everybody graduating together? You are your brothers and your sisters' keeper. We can do it together, and it's crazy because everything that the senator and the superintendent was saying, I was like, wow. He actually was saying at the end, they're trying to figure out a product. I said, this is my challenge. You all can create the product to give to him. Why not? These are your peers. These are people that you can uplift and support, man. But he talked about that peer pressure. That's positive peer pressure. Each one bring one. Booker T. Washington says, you want to uplift yourself, uplift somebody else. So I'm going to take it back to how I started. I challenge you to create awareness. Empower your community to take action and address high school dropout rates. Engage your peers. Share your experiences. Share your experiences. You all was doing parent sharing this morning. You learned something about somebody just that quick. And I heard you even say, it's one thing to answer, but when you learning and you sharing, you're oh man. And then do new methods of thought. My new method was, the whole service thing. When it was all said and done, it was corny. Oh, Mill. Chris said it yesterday. I had to learn how to be myself. Because I was going back to the hood. They were like, oh, Mill, you ain't got no time for us, huh? You been at that community center all day, huh? I was just trying to keep myself busy because I got to a point where I don't want to get in trouble. I want it to be great. I want to be great. And Dr. King, who I love, anybody can be great. How and why? Because everybody can serve. So I began to serve. And then it became a little bit more formal back in 2009 when Obama wrote it down, the whole service learning idea. Engage your peers. Share your experiences. Introduce new methods of thought about the importance of education and learn how to take action on the importance of it all. Muchas gracias. Peace and love. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, A.
Raise your hands if you would like to ask a few questions. We have a few minutes if you want to talk to Jamiel about something.
Is this on? Okay, there we go. Hi, my name is Marcus Patterson from Martin Luther King Early College, and I wanted to ask one of the politicians this, but I didn't get the chance, so I want to ask you. a lot of kids today, we focus on the statistic. We say, oh, 9 out of 10 people graduated high school and this and that. But a lot of us forget that it's the mindset that is what strives us to be great. And so, I mean, there was a man named Willie Lynch that not only did he enslave our bodies and our race, but he enslaved our minds.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, I think as a society, we should strive to unlock our minds and make sure that we're greater. How do you believe that we should go about doing that?
Service. It's crazy because I don't think you made a powerful, Marcus, right? You made a powerful statement, you know, and the whole Willie Lynch thing, that's real because it happens. Blacks are killing blacks. You got the house versus the home. I mean, the house versus the field, right? But when it's all said and done, your mind, the barriers, yesterday, who said that? The mayor yesterday was saying, you know, you put barriers in your own mind. So mine, for me, speaking out my experiences, you know, that moment of greatness is me just continuing to serve. And as I help other people, I learn from them. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a good statement. I don't know if I answered it, but I'm not a politician, but that was just me. Just serve one another. Just serve one another. Yes, sir.
I'm Brent from Prep Academy.
Nice to meet
the
you, Brent.
Bulldogs. I just wanted to know how that movement inspired you to do better, even though you had to overcome your struggles and be a better person.
Great question. The movement in general as far as civil rights or just that particular day? That particular day? I think I slept on it. I didn't realize how powerful it was, to be honest. I'm gonna be so real. Like, I've read about the civil rights movement, and you know, that's when I really started appreciating history. You gotta understand, I was a slow learner. I wasn't necessarily a slow learner. I kind of got it slow. I mean, because when it's all said and done, high school to me, money, clothes, and you know the rest. And I was raised by my mom. So I know better, but at the same time, I made some bad decisions. So that right there, I kind of underestimated. So when I got there, it was just so real. Like, that's why I started shaking. Like, what? I'm about to what? Do what? Like, oh. And I'm speaking for I'm speaking on behalf of 6.7. Like, come on, man, I'm only one. You know? So that's why I'm kind of challenging you all, because you can do more, you know, be more conscious, more impactful in a way where, like, I kind of thought about it in retrospect, but let's think ahead. Thank you. Did I answer that, B? Thank you, Bulldog.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Daniel Runkert from South High, and so my question to you is, why do you think most people drop out? Is it because we focus on only college readiness and we lose sight of that there's more to life than just college? Do we not have high enough expectations? Are our expectations too low?
Give me your name again.
Daniel.
Brother D. Daniel, what school?
South High?
South High. Because I wanted to make sure I process it a little bit. That's a little trick everybody do. To me, it's a combination of both. Combination of all. You know, that's why I said me growing a little bit, becoming more wiser. Because I was at the blame game for a while. My mom and dad divorced. My dad was on drugs. You know what I mean? I was doing the blame game. Oh, this system. High school is not set up for the black man. Yeah, it was crazy. But then when it's all said and done, it's all up to you. What did the brother say earlier? I'm going to reflect back, because this senator was powerful. I ain't going to say it in front. He said something at the end. What did he say? Create. You create your future. You got to create your own future. When it's all said and done, own it. The blame game is over. You know, so to answer your question, it was a little, I think it's a correlation of all, to be honest. Thank you. One heartbeat, because y'all asking some good questions. Yes, ma'am. Yes, lady.
My name's Austin, and I go to CLA.
Nice to meet you, Austin.
So I wanted to be actually minor in social work, so I just want to know, like, on a day-to-day, what kind of cases do you get in? What kind of kids do you, like, talk to, and what are their experiences?
Thank you. So the range, thank you. The range, so the after-school program itself, ages 5 to 13. So you got the homework help program, different things, mentoring, and then the charter school itself, youth bill, is ages 14 to 21. So I kind of see from 8 to 21, a whole host of things. You know, whether it be baby mama, baby daddy drama. And it's something, it's the little things. And sometimes I realize, sometimes young people just need a voice or to talk to somebody. So half the time I can just listen, and they still wind up just giving me their answer. You know, just being a voice and just really being a support for them. So that's why this whole challenge thing, the Bezos family, Aspen Institute, you all getting these resources early to create something that's more meaningful and more impactful, you know what, you're already ahead of the game. And as far as the social work, you know what, we're in it because we love it. And I'm realizing that the pay is not great, but it's more fulfilling to me, and that's where my side hustle comes in, because that's one thing I want to appreciate the mic runners. Event planning is everything. I love event planning. I plan my own wedding. So that's my side hustle to kind of compensate for that money, because the hustle in me did not die. I just had to do it a different way, you know? Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm sorry. Last one, 2 more. Okay, thank you.
My name is Janet, and I'm from High Tech Early College, and my question is, what was the turning point of going back to school?
Wow, I felt like, it's this book I read. It's called The Law of the Lid. The Law of the Lid. Like, I was just frustrated. Like, I'm not getting nowhere. I'm not doing anything, you know, just playing these. And that's another thing, too. One thing that kind of transitioned me was waitering and bartending, because you, as a hustler, you have money in your pocket every day. I got tired of it. So when I got my first legal job at waitering and bartending, I said, you know what, it's more to this. And it's just, I just got tired. The law of the lid, like, I don't want to be working as a bartender every day. A waiter, the money is all right, but it's not fulfilling who I am, what I needed to be. So it was just a frustrating point for me. Like, you know what, I got to do something different. That's cool? All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. They only said 2 more, so last 2, Mr. Aaron. Okay. 2 more. That's it, please. All right. Okay.
Washington High School. First off, where are you from?
Originally from Philly, Philadelphia. Hey. But I live in York, PA, York, PA. That's where my family and where I reside in my hometown.
All right. Also, my second question, do you feel like the education system itself plays a major role in dropout rates? Like, with my peers, a lot of things that they bring up is that school will teach you, you know, how to find X and how to calculate something or how to find the radius of a circle, but they feel like it isn't really teaching them much real life skills. Like, similar to, you know, like the excerpts from Tupac, how it'll teach you this, but it won't teach you how to pay a loan or write a check. Do you feel like that deserves to be in the school system?
I'm gonna ask you something. Look at this real quick. Look at your back of this. Look at the back of there. What does that say? The back of your ladle. Your shirt. No, right here. This right here. Everybody look at the back of it. Your name. What's on the back of it? Youth-driven solutions. When it's all said and done, I don't want to put the blame on the system itself, but you all have the opportunity to create something to kind of, every negative thing that you can think of, you all have the ability to create a product, a challenge. My challenge to you all to kind of make things work in a better aspect. So I don't think it's just the education system is set up for that. When it's all said and done, you need education. That's why I got frustrated and go back myself. You know, so I don't think, and it was just, that's more of a mind barrier, I believe. Thank y'all. Last one. Yes. Thank you, Mark.
My name is Alex from Bruce Randolph, and I just want to ask you if you could say anything to, like, your friends or people you went to school with about dropping out, about going back. What would you tell them? Like, what experiences did you gain from going back?
I'll just try to live a life. Like, to be honest, I had a friend of mine, he did an 8-year bid. 8 years. I went home to visit my family from Philadelphia, and he was still talking about stuff in high school. But that was his, and now I'm 8 years away, you know, I'm a whole new world. I'm married now, and just really try to be a positive example for them, because when it's all said and done, unless they give me an opportunity to speak, I'll speak, but I'll just try to live a life. You know, when it's all said and done, in order for you to be a lead, in order for you to lead, you got to be that positive example. So, thank y'all.
Perfect.